Hey guys, it's Kate, and I hope you're having a great day. I got this Pebeo, hope I'm pronouncing that right, this masking fluid marker. I opened it, but I haven't used it yet, and I'm pretty excited to give it a try on a little watercolor tree scene. So I'm going to flip this open, and we are going to use some masking fluid with our watercolor today. I usually use the masking fluid that's in the little bottle, and I'll spread that with a brush or a ruling pen, but I thought that if this works well, then it could really be a huge time saver if you want to get some finer details, and it's supposed to be a continuous flow. The directions say to shake it and then press the tip to get the latex out, and then it can be written with. You shake it before you use it. It comes with an extra nib, and it is a plastic nib. So I am going to give this a try today. So this drawing gum, I really like this brand because it shows up blue, so you can see exactly where you put it, basically. So I'm going to give this a shake real quick. And what I want to do today is make a little like Christmas or pine tree scene. I'm just going to use this card to get the flow going because I'm not really sure how long it'll take to come out. Hopefully, oh, there it goes. Okay, so it's coming out right now, and you can get a really thin line here. I'll hold this up so you can hopefully see it. I drew right there, so that's a nice fine line. So this will be kind of fun to use, and we'll see how it turns out. So I'm going to have kind of a big tree here, and what I'm doing is trying to make some lines where basically it'll be like some tree highlights. And so I'm kind of imagining the tree boughs here. I'm kind of pressing on this just to get some more out. But I'm imagining some tree bough highlights, and that way when we go and put our watercolor over it, it is going to kind of reflect those highlights when we take the masking fluid off at the end. So I'm just kind of going along here. I'm going to make kind of a fluffy tree, and I'm just sort of doing these little zigzaggy lines. And I'm making kind of a big tree. Hopefully I'm getting enough of this out where it'll make a good coating. But I think I like using it, although it doesn't really seem to be continuous flow. I don't know if it needs maybe more priming. And I actually have had this for probably a couple of months and haven't used it yet. So hopefully it's not like old and dried out. I got it at Michael's, so we'll see. Okay, so I've got kind of this chunky tree base. I hope you can see it in the camera, that it's not too bright. Maybe I can zoom in just a little bit. So I've got a tree here. I'm going to do kind of another tree coming out the side. And I'm going to have kind of like a little ground area on both of these trees so that we can almost get like a little highlight for our ground. And I think that'll be kind of a cute little scene. So I'm just doing these sort of little lines here, and I think that looks pretty good. Okay, so I'm going to do a little star here as my last thing, and I'm just going to make sort of a fine little line. And then make some little dashes around it. So we have a nice bright little star that we'll have later. And I think we're going to be ready for our watercolor. So I'm going to set this aside to dry, and hopefully the next steps will go swimmingly. So I'll see you in a flash. Okay, our masking fluid is completely dry now, so I'm going to go into my palette and I'm going to pick some nice dark colors. And for this one, I think I want to go with some Prussian blue and some Payne's gray down here. I want to have a nice blue, dark gray background where our highlighted colors from the masking fluid can really pop. So I'm going to grab my larger number 12 Aqua Elite, and I'm going to start doing some sort of making almost like a galaxy type where we're going to be blending a lot of colors here. Now for the top, I'm going to do a little bit more blue, and for the bottom I think I'm going to do a little bit more gray. So I'm going to get plenty of water. I want to make sure I'm working wet, and I'm going to start spreading this out, and I'm going to work quickly so that I don't get a ton of cauliflowering. So I'm just going to come in here and do my tree area, and I'm working very loosely. I'm going to put some of that blue down here as well, and then come back in with Payne's gray. And this is just going to be a simple background, but you can see the color variation here is going to be really nice. I'm going to have this sort of traveling down a bit. Now I'm going to come back in to my Payne's gray and really get some up and deepen up the bottom here. And I'm kind of going straight into the pan, but I'm almost out out of my Payne's gray, so unfortunately I'm going to have to break open a tube and maybe fill up the pan sometime soon. And then lastly, I'm just going to put in some deeper blue here. Now for this, I don't really mind. You know, I was going to try to avoid some cauliflowering, but actually I think that might really just enhance some of this highlighting and stuff later. So we're just going to play with this and see how it goes. I'm going to add some more darkness down here. I really want to get that nice deep value. So I'm going to go liberal with my paint straight out of the pan. All right, let's let this dry and see how it turns out when we take off our masking fluid. I'll be back. Okay, our painting is completely dry, and I've got my little residue remover. So I'm going to start peeling away this masking fluid. So I'm going to start with my star, and I really like how the watercolor dried. So I am very excited to see how this turned out. Hopefully the masking fluid is easy to remove. It usually is. I really like the Pebeo brand. Pebeo. How do you say that, for goodness sake? So I'm just coming in here with my little tool and getting the masking fluid off. So I am going to finish removing this, and then I will be back to show you the final result. All right, I am back, and I love, love, love this. I think that drawing pen worked really, really well. Let me grab it again. So it is a masking fluid marker, and I think I'm going to really enjoy using this. It makes a really nice fine line. It did take a little bit of extra effort to rub off using my little tool, but it might be because it didn't really have enough chance to dry. But as you can see, it came off really cleanly and just with a little bit of rubbing. So this product is a winner. And I'm going to give you the close-up. I really love the simplicity of this one. This would be really, really great on a little watercolor card. And it's just got some nice highlights, some nice blending of that watercolor. And I think that this was a really, really fun one to paint. So I hope you enjoyed this video today. If you like it, please give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more like this, make sure to subscribe. Until next time, keep creating.